Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, this is Faith to Fight. We're a nonprofit organization in the Fort Worth, Texas area. We were founded because we saw a need in the breast cancer community, and our founder decided to address those needs. We started this podcast so that we can allow breast cancer patients to tell their stories and give their family a little insight on their battles and how to help them and best support them. We are also going to expand and give our platform to people, prominent figures in the community, to allow them to tell their stories and what they're doing and how they can best help us. So today we have our guest, Miss Bobbie Edmonds, and I'm so glad to have her. She's been through a day. So how are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. It started off this morning when I was trapped in the elevator at my office and I had court at 8:30. And so that was really something. God put us through things and tested us. But I got out the elevator by crawling out, stepping on the ladder and crawling out, and I made it to court and everybody cooperated with me. So I got to court about an hour and a half later. But we got victory in court. So I'm blessed. And thank you for having me here today.
Yes, of course. No, I'm so glad to have you here, and I'm so glad you were able to have that time with us today. So you're going to tell us a little bit about the will and testament process today, and I just kind of want you to tell me what it is and why it's so important to us.
Last will and testament, it is a part of a person's estate, what it should be. And when you get sick or you die, you need to have a last will and testament. That's one, everybody that's 18 years and older should have one. It's a proper legal document. I would say don't order one offline or at Office Depot. Go to a lawyer to make sure that your last will and testament is performed and constructed properly. So the last will and testament, what it does, it tells and directs. It tells what you want and how you want your property distributed once you are no longer on earth. It also encompasses you directing a person who you trust to carry out that process. But the last will and testament must go to court. That means that person must file an application to probate the will. Just having a properly documented will and executed will is not in itself a valid document that can be distributed during after you die. So that person has to retain a lawyer and go to court with witnesses to get it properly approved by the court. Now, with the last will and testament, you said that I think parents should give a gift to their graduating seniors who are 18 years old, a last will and testament. Pay some money so that they can have one, and it costs less than $250 for a simple will. But you will be giving them a treasure of a lifetime and starting them off protecting their legacy.
Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about what it is and why it's so important. And obviously, it definitely seems important. It seems like it's something that we need to have in place for those moments of uncertainties in our life and things we just can't quite avoid. So I definitely love learning more about that and just the precautions that we can take. And I wanted to know a little bit about the services that you provide for families and family court and how to do this.
Thank you for asking. The last will and testament is only one document that is very important. There are several other documents that every adult should have. A power of attorney. For ladies that become ill, you may have cancer, you could have any other type of disease, anybody, not just women, anyone that's over the age of 18 who gets sick, has an accident, or suffer an aneurysm at work, they need to have a power of attorney, a durable power of attorney, so that you can select another adult to handle your affairs, pay your rent, collect money that is due, collect rent, to manage your bank accounts while you are incapacitated or disabled for a temporary time. Then, when you come back to your stability and ability to handle your affairs, you then can exercise your own authority. But during the time that you can't, a durable power of attorney is very important. Another document is a medical power of attorney. Someone that you designate to make those decisions when you're getting ready to go under the anesthesia And then when you are out, and when you are coming out of that operation or the medical procedure, that person that you trust that would make good decisions about your health and welfare, we do that. That's a part of estate planning. And then, what if you become disabled while you're still living? And you can't do those things at all. Your power of attorney can kick in, plus you could have that declaration of guardian in case the need arises. You keep that nice little document in case the guardianship needs to be carried out. Otherwise, if you have the declaration of guardianship in case the needs arises, you don't have to go into the probate court and spend thousands of dollars to get a guardian over your person and your estate. I could go on and on. Those are just some of the things that I handle. And I know time is restricted, but I will advise the audience listening, get a last will and testament, a durable power of attorney, a medical power of attorney, a declaration of guardian in case the needs arise, a HIPAA form, because your medical records are private. Nobody can go and get them unless they have written authorization. The hospital nor the doctor will allow anybody to get those records unless they have the proper documentation. Then a medical directive is another. If you have a terminal illness, then you'll give an instruction. Keep me breathing until I die, or don't waste money on keeping me alive if I'm a vegetable. So these are documents that are important. I do family law, and then I do some criminal law, and I do educational law. But time is limited, but we're talking about let's talk life. Let's talk estate planning. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. You can contact me at 817-332-6501. And it's on my sign here. I am Bobbie Edmonds, attorney at law. I'm in the area. I've been practicing over 25 years. So give me a holler.
Yes, yes, please. And thank you so much for sharing all that information with us. It definitely is something that a lot of people don't want to plan for, but it's obviously very crucial. She sees this for a living for the last 20 years. So thank you so much for having us, for joining us today. And tune in next week at 2 p.m. to see our next guest. Thank you.